The regular recommended daily dose of funny is just not enough. Thankfully, we have extra funny with TJ and Riggins.
Welcome. Hello, how y'all doing? That's the doctor on my, what is the show called? Where the doctor tells them you would have lost the weight if you'd done
my 600-pound life.
600-pound life.
Oh yeah. Is he on 1,000-Pound Sisters too?
No, I don't think he's
or is
on
that
that.
a different one?
I think it's a different one. But if you follow that doctor on Instagram, he'll make videos, and he just sets the camera up in one of the exam rooms or something, and he just right up in it, and he goes, "Hello, how y'all doing? How y'all doing?" Okay. This, I thought, would be a fun little conversation, or as the kids say, a convo. On the BuzzFeed, people have sent in bad celebrity encounters that they have had. And I'm going to tell you, I won't read what happened in each encounter because it's not that interesting. But you tell me whether it's surprising to you or not that somebody would have a negative encounter with these celebrities being jerks.
Okay.
All right. Number one, the Kardashians. I guess all of them. They had a negative experience with them or a bad run-in with them or something. They call them worst celebrity encounters. Is that surprising or not?
No.
Yeah, because I've always heard that Kim Kardashian's really nice, but if they're including all of them,
yeah,
I don't think all of them seem very nice.
Yeah, and you would include Kim on that too. You wouldn't be surprised, Lindsay, or
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, me either. They seem like a bunch of bitches to me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding.
I mean, they've had their moments if you watch the show. So
see, and it's not really. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking for me to tell you whether I'm surprised or not, because I don't like celebrities, especially number two, Oprah.
A bad
encounter with Oprah. I think that's probably common.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, a narcissist like Oprah. Yeah.
Wow, I am surprised by that.
I
figured she would be nice to everybody because she seems nice.
Hmm.
It's for show.
It was all for show. What's this?
I bet I didn't read the story, but I'm guessing that the person that tried to talk to her was a masculine white man, and that's why they got the wrath of Oprah, because she doesn't like that combination.
The wrath. I felt the wrath of Oprah.
The wrath.
Now I'm gonna tell you, this one surprised me a lot. Henry Winkler.
That surprises me because he always seems so cheery.
Mm-hmm.
It's all an act.
Yeah, and I mean, when we interviewed him, he was probably, I would say, the nicest celebrity we've ever interviewed.
Really?
Yeah. But this said that, I did read the story on this one. This guy said when he was 12, he was a huge fan of the Fonz and Happy Days and all of that. And so he ran up to him to get an autograph. And Henry Winkler said, "Get away," and kept walking. And then there was one of his assistants walking with him, stopped the little boy and said, "What's your address?" And he wrote his address down for her. And then the next week he got a picture that was autographed by Henry Winkler in the mail. And he said he tore it up.
I think, celebrities are allowed to have a bad day.
Yeah.
I mean.
But Henry Winkler is just one that I get it, but he's just one that I always imagine being over the top nice.
Yeah, and to a
like
kid?
Annoyingly nice. Yeah.
To do that to a kid, get away from me. That is a weird.
Get away.
Yeah.
That seems weird.
This one was surprising too. Kenny Rogers.
I don't know much about Kenny Rogers personally. I don't know.
I don't either. I know his faces.
Yeah.
But then again, these are the stories that these people are telling. They could have been jerks to begin with, and they're lying about how they approached the celebrity.
Sure,
they could have been being jerks, and then the celebrity lashed out at them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They go, "Oh, he was a jerk to me."
Yeah, we're getting one side of these stories,
right?
Or they're being dramatic, like maybe they said, "Hang on a second, give me a minute," like they're on a call or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they yelled at me.
Yeah.
But I will give the benefit of the doubt to the celebrities that I like.
Right.
But the other ones, like Okra, she doesn't get my benefit of the doubt. I think she's a nasty, nasty person. Vicious she-devil is what Okra is. Oh, and I know this. Madonna is on the list.
Oh.
I believe that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do believe that.
Trash. And this one, too. Amy Schumer.
Oh.
I've heard that. I know
Yeah.
this story because that guy was really vocal about his interaction with her.
Yeah, I picture her just being a snot anyway, just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like she's smarter than everybody else because her Uncle Chuck is like that. Chuck Schumer.
Is that her uncle?
Yeah, it's her dad's brother. Can't you see the way they act? Because he's one of the probably I would put him on the list as one of the biggest demons in America.
Oh, wow.
Chuck Schumer. I can see this one too. Pink.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Was it when she was flying through the air? She doesn't have time to take a selfie when she's soaring across the arena.
Yeah. She always seems so cool to me.
She does, yeah.
Let's see.
I'm like, screw you, Pink.
Yeah, and again, I'm guessing that maybe it was a masculine white man or a conservative of some sort that she would not be nice to. But I don't, you got to,
No.
you got to just say that these are opinions, not facts. Katy Perry,
I can see it.
really?
I could see it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, interviewed her several times, and in person once. She was nothing but nice. Even when Ace asked to see her hoots. No, he didn't really. But since he had passed, he can't sue me for saying that.
Well, that is also true.
Now this one surprised me too. Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall. Do we know Robert?
is-
I know
I
the
don't
name. I
think
know the
who that
name,
is.
but
Um,
classic actor, right?
Yeah. He was in. I mean, he's been in tons of things. Days of Thunder. You ever see that with Tom Cruise? And Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
The Apostle is one of my favorite Robert Duvall movies. But it says when they were filming part of Days of Thunder that this person had a bad encounter with him.
I picture all older male celebrities to be just mean, like Sean Connery,
Yeah.
Even Gene Hackman, R.I.P. But I just picture like them not
Yeah.
being Jack Nicholson, like not being friendly at all when people come up to him to say hello. I don't know why.
What about, you think John Wayne was nice to fans when they approached him?
No, I don't
You
think
know?
so. I picture them all just being kind of gruff. It's just
Yeah.
an old school way
Yeah,
of
Walter Matthau. You imagine that he would just be a jerk.
Clint Eastwood, all of these guys. I don't
think
think they'd be super friendly.
I think Clint Eastwood would be nice. I imagine him being nicer than, like, say, Jack Lemmon. Do you remember Jack Lemmon?
Lemmon.
He was so good. He was great.
Yeah.
He could play dramatic roles, and he could play roles where he was just drop dead funny. I mean, he was great. And that's kind of why I picture him not suffering fools very well. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then I picture somebody like Don Rickles, who's an insult comic whose whole act is built upon him saying mean things to people, being nice if you met him.
Yeah, probably.
I
Probably.
bet that Frank Sinatra was an asshole.
I bet he was a jerk. Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, God, he's on the list.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I picture him. He just looks pissed off all the,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know that he's
And I
still
always
alive,
wonder
but-
that when he and Al Gore were roommates in college, if they ever almost came to blows or something, they were arguing with each other, they got
They were
into
roommates?
it. Yeah.
Whoa.
At Harvard.
Oh, you're kidding.
Either Harvard or Yale. One of those communist schools. But this one is no surprise to me at all. Bill Nye.
That he was rude to him? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's nasty. He's a mean person, in my opinion.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Okay, here's one. B.J. Novak
That's surprising.
from The Office.
Yeah.
Oh, that is surprising.
Seems like a sweet
seems
little
he'd be
guy.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising to me too. This one was, I mean, I don't even know if I believe this because I'm so surprised by it. Tyler Perry. I picture Tyler Perry being so nice to people if they approach him and they say they like his work or whatever. If you're respectful and approach him like a normal person, if you're not, yelling at him and all that.
Yeah. I know Monique doesn't think he's very nice.
Oh,
Monique hates his ass.
Yeah, but who likes Monique? Nobody. Right? Didn't she make enemies with everybody?
Well, yeah. Oprah being one of them.
Well, any enemy of Oprah's should be a friend of mine.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So maybe I've misunderstood this Monique.
And she's a fantastic actress. Did you ever watch Precious?
No.
She was great in that.
I didn't.
Did you ever watch Precious,
That was a
TJ?
good one.
That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Should I watch Precious?
It's
No.
heavy. It's heavy.
Well, I mean, and the whole point of it's all about her.
That's a terrible thing to say. You know who else is pretty good at that? Mariah Carey.
Oh, well, then I'm not watching it.
Yeah, she's
It can't be a serious movie if Mariah Carey's got a big part in it. Was Eddie Murphy in that?
No.
Oh, he was in another movie with Precious where they were pulling off some sort of a con. I think
The
Alan
heist?
Alda was in it.
Yeah. What was that? I know what you're talking about.
So, yeah, Tyler Perry is on this list. I don't even know who this is. Ben Platt?
He's a Broadway singer, I think.
All right, here's one. Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah,
Not
I
surprised.
could see that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I could totally see that.
It's being from Iowa, isn't it? The Iowans they're rough people.
Terrible.
They're a mean bunch.
I picture Ashton Kutcher taking
I'm
himself
kidding.
very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that where he's from, Iowa?
I think so.
Yeah. I've never met an ass from Iowa.
Never met anybody
Yeah,
from Iowa.
never.
Tommy Lee Jones, talking about him. And in the picture they put of him, looks like he's about to eat the photographer's face off.
Yeah, he's just kind of an angry look about him.
Now, I could see this one easily. John Elway.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you ever listen to any of his interviews since he's been, in the front office of the Denver Broncos, yeah, he's kind of arrogant and matter of fact, and
I know that.
yeah, and he talked crap about Tim Tebow. I don't,
really?
like that. I don't like that.
Timmy T.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare.
Timmy Two-Tone.
Although I don't like what Tim Tebow and his wife did this week.
What did they do?
They went into the Oval Office with Trump and took a picture, and they were doing the gator chomp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
We LSU people don't take kindly to that. We pay for that Oval Office
That's an
just as
active
much
war.
as they do. Don't get in there gator chomping in my Oval Office. Tim
You gator
Tebow. Mm-hmm. Bill
That
Murray.
was so cute.
That's everybody's.
I kinda get that.
Either people have the most wonderful experience meeting Bill Murray or the worst.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, there's some surprises on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Joel Osteen.
Oh,
dick.
stop.
No.
I was like, not my Joel.
Yeah, I'm not a Joel Osteen fan, but I don't see him being a jerk to people if they come up to him on the street or on
Yeah.
vacation.
He's so inspirational.
Yeah, I think he'd have his bodyguards whoop the hell out of him.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let me walk away, and then you
Yeah.
put a beat down on him.
He could just do a hair toss in jail, go into the eyes.
Put a successful God beat down on them.
Just do.
More extra funny next.
Lily and Grace is an incredible boutique in Mooresville, North Carolina that was built from a lifetime of experience in the interior design and home renovation businesses. Beautiful furniture and interior design elements ready to tell your home's story. Lily and Grace offers a wide range of products that can be customized to accommodate every corner of your home. They truly create pieces of art, and we are so proud to be working with them. Learn more at lilyandgrace.com. That's lilyandgrace.com.
It's now easier than ever at the homepage, tjriggins.com. A button to our new 24/7 stream specifically created for the Carolinas. Get exclusive content, deals, and more, plus the show. New each weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Add it to your phone's home screen today. Welcome to Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We were just speaking about we were speaking to the topic of I hate that when people say speaking to something rather than about something. We were speaking to rude celebrity encounters. But we were talking about Joel Osteen, the minister, and reminded me that we have this clip today of I'm guessing that this lady is not preaching at a mega church somewhere broadcast to the world.
Doesn't look like.
Yet we got some footage of her sermon, just a little piece.
You won't treat me like no side hoe. Hey, car, I'm loved by the best.
So, in case you need a translation, she said, "You won't call me no side hoe, because I'm loved by the best." Meaning, I got the Jesus loves me.
That's right.
The Jesus is the best. Nobody gonna treat me like a side hoe.
Yeah.
You tell him. You tell him.
I love that. You don't treat me like no side hoe. I'm loved by the best.
The best.
Hallelujah. I love it.
What an
Hallelujah.
what an eloquent way to draw a picture of the grand love of the Jesus.
Side hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jesus won't ever treat you like a side hoe.
You
I
can
don't
be
think
his
I've
number
ever
one.
heard Jesus and hoe in the same sentence.
Nope.
Uh,
Isn't that crazy? I love it.
love it. Yeah.
I mean, is that a crazy person or just a low IQ person?
I would say low IQ because she's got a point.
It's not the analogy I would pick,
Yeah.
but I get the point she's trying to make. It's just done very crudely.
Yeah.
You could do it without saying side hoe. You could talk about, you could express the love that God has for you or the love you have for God without using side hoe.
Yeah.
So
Right.
is it low IQ or just, I don't know, just classless?
Maybe just not well read. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh. But I can't wait to put that next time I'm asked to pray publicly somewhere. I'm gonna use the side hoe line.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Lord, for loving us. Number one, you're the number one love, and you don't treat us like a side hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Thank you.
Oh, they better not let me speak at a graduation ceremony. I'm throwing that in.
100%. Somebody in the caption said, or in the comments said, "This is what happens when my friend puts me on hold on the phone and they call me. You ain't gonna treat me like no side hoe. I'm hanging up on you.
I love that.
Don't put me on hold. I'm your friend."
I mean, she's not going to let you treat her any old way because what you think doesn't matter. She's loved by the best.
Yeah.
I know.
I still love that one we had the other day where the woman gets up at the funeral and she's about to sing and they say, "No."
It's like, oh, they don't want me to.
Mm.
If she wouldn't have whispered that, it would have been not as funny.
Oh, they don't.
But she knew.
And she didn't even hesitate. As soon as she said, "Oh, they don't want me to," the whoever she was talking to must have said, "Mm-mm." She's like bolted.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gone.
Let me get out of here.
I used to go to a church, a Methodist church, and the associate pastor was a woman. Now, I know in the Bible it says that women are not supposed to be the leaders of the church, but the Methodists they don't pay attention to that part of the Bible.
Okay.
And she was fine, but she wasn't. And that's what I never understand about people who go into the ministry that aren't comfortable speaking in front of a crowd. That should be the number one thing. The number one thing should be that you're good at moving a crowd with speech. Right. The number two thing should be that you're living the life that you're preaching such a good message to, and that you know the Jesus and you know the Lord's word and all that. But the first thing, if you're going to be a preacher, is to be able to confidently speak in front of people. Well, she wasn't. And anytime she had to preach, her voice cracked. She just was not, with it.
Oh.
And she was nervous.
Yeah.
But she was a great singer. So in order to get through the sermon, she had to rely on what she was comfortable with. And then she would just in the middle of the sermon say, it's just like this song says. And then she would just start singing some song that has the message that she wanted to have in her sermon.
Okay.
Oh.
It wasn't a fix. It wasn't a good fix. Okay. No, because it was just like all of a sudden you start singing a cappella, and because you say, well, this would be better said in song.
Oh dear!
Like when you're in the middle of the sermon where you're supposed to be boom, 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 hitting the points and all of that.
She do the whole song.
It's hard.
Yeah, she would do all the verses.
Yeah, it's hard to follow like what she's saying.
It's like she's in a musical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Wicked.
Right.
Church version.
It's like all of a sudden you start singing your dialogue. You're like, wait a minute. Where's this coming from? Because sometimes she wouldn't even say it's best in song. She would just start singing. Wow. But you could see the difference in her immediately when she started singing as opposed to when she was just speaking.
Yeah, more confident
She's
that way.
probably not right for the job.
Because she's a woman?
No, because she's scared to speak in front of people.
Oh, yeah. That makes more sense.
I mean,
does it?
Yeah.
Does it, Riggins? Does it?
Was she a younger woman or an older woman?
Probably in her late 30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Married?
She'd been in it long enough to be out of the seminary and all of that stuff. So, yeah, she was married.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, to a man that didn't love her, he would have said, "Hey, you gotta work on that."
Oh God.
No,
You're a little shaky.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's not working for me.
Do you sing out loud in church, Lindsay?
Yeah.
You do. Are you a good singer?
I thought with everybody, yes.
Yeah.
And I've never had any solos or anything up at the front unless I get crazy. They tried to make me do that when I was little.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get up in church
all the time. They'd be like, Lindsay, in the choir, step to the front and sing,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was terrible. My parents had a big old video camera.
Well, because your talent was sinful and couldn't be done in church.
Sure.
So they had to come up with something you could do in church, which would be sing. Because you can't dance. She's Baptist.
Dancing,
you can't be dancing in church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah.
You can't be twerking up there for the Lord.
Yeah, and we were Southern Baptists at that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
No twerking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be alto so bad, and they made me be
Soprano.
soprano.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't. I couldn't hang.
Yeah, I
Couldn't
bet.
hang with the big dogs.
I bet if you would have been singing, and there were any Spanish people in the crowd, they would have been yelling alto.
I don't know what that means.
It means stop.
Oh. Yeah.
I just made that up.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I love that you think like if they had only made you an alto, you would have dazzled them.
Yeah, you'd have been dang Sandy Patty.
I wanted to be an alto. You were 7.
Oh my gosh, Sandy Patty. Stop. That brings me back. I haven't heard her name in 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
That's what hanging around with old people like me will get you some outdated references in conversation.
Oh, I could cry right now. I had her little cassette tape and we would sing it.
She was top of the Christian music world
Sandy
for a
Patty.
long time.
Sandy
Yeah.
Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Love her. Anyway, yeah, I could sing better Riggins at alto.
You could. Okay.
Listen.
Do you know the difference now? Like if it's to sing us a note in alto and then sing us a note in soprano.
No, I
No,
just
you
knew
can't.
that the alto was like not as high.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go up that high. And my music pastor would always be like, hit that note. And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Celine Dion. I'm Lindsay from Concord. Give me a break.
Yeah, I dance. Ooh.
Yeah, don't need
I remember the first time they let me dance and they wanted me to do some dance in the Christmas play, and I was older. I was maybe 13, 14. That was the first time they'd ever had anyone. I think they were evolving to more of like a laid back.
Yeah. Sinful presentation.
And the old people were still like, oh, no, she's not.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you were probably in there shaking it to Because I Got High or something.
Yeah. Yeah, on your radio. That was on your radio station at the time.
Right.
With DJ Drew.
Oh, my God, yeah. So when we first started working when we first came to Charlotte, our first radio station was called KISS 95.1. And the night disc jockey, the cool one on the staff, is on a top 40 station, used to always be the night guy. The morning show was, where the, most attention is, and that should, usually be your anchors of the station. Like that you get the morning show ratings, and then the rest of it goes up. But the night guy was always the cool one. Yeah. Not anymore. It's not like that anymore. But Drew, and we're still friends to this day, was our night guy, and he was the typical party, just great at what he did. And then fast forward, Drew had moved on, and he was doing other things, and he got into real estate, and he had a mobile DJ service. He started his own business and all this stuff. But when Lindsay came to work for us, and the first time we were at an event and we introduced her to Drew, you would have thought that she was meeting the dang Elvis.
Yeah.
Really?
Or named Brad Pitt or somebody.
And I'm not going to lie, I still get nervous. I got nervous when you said, this is Drew. I went, oh my God. I had the biggest crush on him. And the cheerleaders at Concord High School were on the night show promoting something. I don't know. It was like the high five at night, whatever they did. And I got to say the number one spot, because he looked at me. He was like, Lindsay, why don't you say the number one spot? I went, me? Like me? Okay, I do. I'll marry you. Oh my gosh, I'll marry you. I had the biggest crush on him.
And you say if you see him, you get nervous?
Well, when you're referring to when you introduced me, I was still nervous at that time because I was new to radio, and I was like, oh my God, this is my crush, my high school crush.
Yeah, because the night show on a top 40 station is always a younger skew. That's why you have the countdowns, and you hear the teenagers on there going, number one tonight on the High Five at 9 with Drew is Because I Got High.
Yeah.
And
I'll never forget, my parents recorded it, and my mom was like, now what was that song, Because I Got High? Don't worry about it, Mom. It's cool. I went through it.
It's not a drug reference. Don't worry.
Yeah, no.
That's where the new songs get debuted on the radio station, is at night. They get warm up to the audience and all, till it becomes a little bit familiar, and then move it into the other day parts. And morning show's the last one to get a hit. It's already been a hit and old to, the younger demographic by the time the morning show gets it, because everything in the morning is supposed to be routine.
Yeah.
You don't throw anything at people that they don't know, which I never really got all that. I think that was a little thinking too much.
And I'll never forget, he was going to a club after we got off the air, and I thought, he's going to a real club, like over 21 club.
Yeah.
He is so cool.
And he had a cot in the radio station in an empty office that when he'd get in from his club gig, he would just go to sleep right there until he's just exhausted.
Wiped out.
Cool guy.
Mm-hmm. Man.
I love you, Drew.
It's Extra Funny with TJ and Riggins. Prime Plus members get extra funny commercial-free versions of all the shows and more. Sign up at TJRiggins.com. Thank you for joining us. This is TJ and Riggins.